Folks, President Biden and Democrats are ready to pass a spending bill that is worth trillions of dollars for the American people. And there are now multiple ways for you to receive new stimulus payments. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. This is your fourth stimulus check update and daily news report. I hope all of you guys are having a great day, and welcome back to my channel. Now, if you are in support of President Biden working with the Democrats and Republicans to send out the fourth stimulus check of $1,000 a month, then let's get this video to 1,000 likes.
Lunch today to discuss details of the plan. As Senate Democrats were negotiating their new spending deal.
Now, without further ado, everybody, let's get into the stimulus news. President Biden on Wednesday met with Senate Democrats for less than an hour as the group plots a path forward on two major infrastructure bills, one bipartisan and one with only Democratic support. As he left the meeting, President Biden said, "It was great to be home. Great to be back with my colleagues, and I think we're going to get a lot done." By the way, everybody, what do you think about President Biden and his work on the stimulus check so far? Do you believe he's doing a good job? Leave a comment down below, everybody, saying yes or no.
Major aspects of President Biden's agenda and is separate from the bipartisan infrastructure deal. Majority Leader Chuck Schumer said the plan will bolster Medicare and include dental, vision, and hearing coverage. It would also add major funding for clean energy. According to a Democratic aide, the agreement would prohibit tax increases on small businesses.
Now, the president also made his first appearance in person at the Senate Democrats' weekly lunch, after Chuck Schumer and Bernie Sanders announced late Tuesday that they had reached a deal on a $3.5 trillion price tag for a Democratic-only package. The larger package, which will include spending on healthcare, family care, education, and climate initiatives, is being pushed simultaneously with a more targeted bipartisan infrastructure deal, negotiated among a group of roughly 20 bipartisan senators. The $3.5 trillion deal will need to pass through the budget reconciliation process with support from all Democratic senators. 50 in total, everybody. Joe Biden's appearance on Wednesday was intended to rally the caucus around the initial agreement, as a number of moderate Democrats have indicated that they were waiting to learn more about committing their support. But folks, this is what Joe Manchin has to say. They work hard on it and we want to see it. Also, I've been very clear that I want to see the pay-fors and make sure that whatever we do is globally competitive. What are your thoughts on Senator Joe Manchin, everybody? Should he just agree with the Democrats and send out the fourth stimulus check? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. Senate Democrat Joe Manchin said he's open to the spending agreement. This will be entirely paid for with yet to be specified tax measures. Democratic Senator John Tester said Wednesday that he would vote to proceed on the resolution. The price tag is a lot of money, but it doesn't scare me, he said. It's just how it's being spent. There are plenty of needs out there, and we just have to figure out how it's being spent. And the proposed deal would cover the cost of the package through tax reforms to the corporate and international tax codes, as well as through more intensive enforcement. Now, folks, the Biden administration has vowed Americans making less than $400,000 a year will not face any tax increases. The White House has for weeks said the president's infrastructure proposals would move ahead on a two-track approach, with a bipartisan bill and a Democratic-only bill being weighed at the same time. It remains to be seen if some Republicans will withhold their support for the bipartisan deal, now that Democrats have outlined a partisan proposal. So what are your thoughts on this, everybody? Should lawmakers use the budget reconciliation process once again? Leave a comment down below saying yes or no. That President Biden gave a very good presentation. The senator also acknowledged that he's concerned about inflation related to government spending. Now, the push for the fourth round of stimulus check continues. Lawmakers continue to advocate for a fourth and even fifth round of stimulus. Now, while the advocacy for economic relief is ongoing, there are many Americans who are receiving other payments from the government. 26 progressive lawmakers have reportedly signed 2 letters, not only campaigning for more rounds of stimulus money, but automatic stabilizers, meaning automatic payments deposited into Americans' bank accounts. In addition to that, Politico published a letter signed by 56 Democratic lawmakers, and they're calling for the Biden administration to take action on making recurring payments happen until the crisis ends. Now, everybody, that's all the news in this video, and if you guys found this video useful and helpful, feel free to subscribe to my channel and give this video a like.
Time and time again, talking about the necessity, with pride, about cutting Social Security, cutting Medicare, cutting veterans programs.
No.
What the senior senator from Iowa just said is exactly right. And unfortunately, the Biden inflation tax increase is real, and it's already here. We warned about it earlier this year when our friends on the Democratic side decided to spend almost $2 trillion that was unnecessary, and here it is. Just the other day, consumer prices increased by 5.4%. This represents the largest year-over-year price surge since 2008. It's a tax increase on every American consumer. And then today, even worse news, the producer price increase, 7.3%. We are in an inflation problem. It is caused by this unnecessary spending spree that we've been on this year. We've known about it. Now we see the statistics because we felt it at home. And the senior senator from Iowa mentioned what he was hearing during the break. Mississippians are paying more for a tank of gas, for a gallon of milk. They're paying more for a new home, for a used car. Used car prices have shot up by 10% since May and by 45% since June of last year. Used cars up by 45%. That is real inflation, and it affects real working Americans. The hard reality is that our economy is now saturated with a tsunami of spending unleashed by the Democratic majority back in March, when party leaders abandoned what had been a balanced and bipartisan approach in the year 2020 to COVID relief. I would remind my colleagues that in February, the Congressional Budget Office had predicted our economy was already going to return to its pre-pandemic size by mid-year without the spending of a new $2 trillion. As the senior senator from Iowa mentioned, Larry Summer.
Being here with us today. As has been alluded to throughout this hearing, we have seen that supply bottlenecks and pandemic-related factors have been one of the primary reasons that have led to price increases, whether it's computer chip complications with delaying the production of new vehicles, prompting a rush on used vehicles, the price of lumber, shipping container logistics, etc. We know that these price increases were not caused by changes in interest rates. They were caused by supply chain complications. Now, just to reiterate, you have said that these price increases are transitory, correct?
Yes. Yeah, we said that we think they will be. We, of course, we lack certainty on that, but we do believe that's the case.